Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon for the latest film interviews, features, and recommendations on the movies that matter.
Surya, it's so good to see you, Surya. We last chatted in May when Jyotika's film
True.
Kon Magal Vandal was coming out, and here we are, 2 weeks to go until your new film Sururai Potru drops on Amazon Prime Video.
True. Thank you, and so excited to connect again.
Thank you, Surya. Thank you. Surya, for many businesses and industries, this period has been one of recalibration. It's true of the film business as well. Until the pandemic, it was unheard of, certainly in India, for a superstar's film to release, to drop straight to streaming. Surya, what have been some of the learnings, the adjustments, both personally and professionally, that you have made from this period?
I think the true human spirit is to rise above everything. We have seen a lot. In any which ways, like in a lifetime, I think a lot of ups and downs we keep experiencing, and we all together rise above that. We keep that hope, we keep that positivity, and kind of we rise above that. And hoping we leave this 2020 with some positive note, before we finish 2020. I think everybody has been very, very busy, sometimes not realizing what is actually more important in life for family, career-wise, personally. I think this time for a lot of them who had the fortune to sit back and realize they also had the time to correct themselves, the priorities in life. I think they got that. And but definitely the other side, I think 70% of India has gone through a huge change. A lot of people have taken drastic decisions. A lot of people have left their city, gone to smaller towns, and a lot of I don't know, a little new, a lower income class has been created. No, fortunately or unfortunately, sometimes it is a wiser decision, but sometimes they have been pushed to take those decisions. Um, Personally, a lot of realization has happened family-wise, priorities-wise with kids and the extended family. Personally, I think I took this time to readjust certain things.
Right.
Professionally, also, I think we can't go for those extensive shoots like with having 200 people or 300 people on set. We need to reduce the shooting number of days, the number of people on the set. So those learnings have also been happening.
Surya, a little over a week ago, when you announced that you all were not going to make the October 30th date because some NOCs were still to come in, you wrote this beautiful note to your fans. It was a really heartfelt, genuine note where you were completely transparent and you were completely honest about the situation and why this delay had to happen. And I'm sure that they appreciated you for the complete transparency. Surya, this delay coming after the confrontation with the Theatre Owners Association, I can only imagine for a producer what that's like. Has this film turned out to be more challenging than you had sort of, anticipated?
I think compared to what Captain Gopinath sir went through in his real life, I think this is nothing. This is really nothing. And I'm happy to actually, we were just visually picturizing whatever he went through all the procedures, all the permissions in Delhi, to and fro to all the government authorities to make his new idea come alive. He had to impress and explain and convince a lot of people, from investors to public to government officials to the politicians everywhere. We literally really went through that the last 10, 15 days, because it was also new. A lot of big producers have not got those permissions. We were somewhere lucky, I would say, to shoot in a real life location in a fighter jet in the Kiran and in Hakimpet airports, where permissions were not given at all for the film shooting. So it was also a new procedure which had been done through the IAF, through the MOD's, Ministry of Defense, and the Indian Air Force. So it was all first time for us, for them also. So we couldn't predict the time. Maybe we could have got everything and announced a release date, but this was a sudden policy decision, a new change or new thing which they had implemented, So this came very unexpected. It was a sudden surprise for all of us. So that's why the last minute delay. I think you said transparent. I think that's very, very important to be the last 23 years plus this unconditional love which I've been getting. They completely know me in and out when I'm happy, when I'm low, or when I'm confident, or when I'm not, or when I'm searching for something. They completely read my mind, is what I think. So I cannot give a very diplomatic, very fat on letter. I had to put everything, whatever was in my mind. Like a lot of them felt bad also. Why is this again and again happening? Because I think last 4 5 releases didn't meet the exact release date.
Right.
uh, we did have a tsunami, we did have the demonetization, we had the Jallikattu protest. So many other things came in the right time, the exact time of my movie releases. And
Mm.
unfortunately, I couldn't keep up those release dates. So this was very unexpected. I think it's all for good. It's more on a festive date and more
Yeah.
celebration happening.
Like you said, Surya, this film is loosely based on Captain Gopinath and sort of based on the book that he wrote, Simply Fly. He, of course, Captain Gopinath is, of course, a retired captain of the Indian Army who went on to become an entrepreneur in the area of aviation. He founded the low-cost airline Air Deccan. I know that you are not calling the film a biopic, although your director Sudha Kongara has said that the incidents that we see in the trailer and in the film, a lot of those happened in his life. I want to ask you, Surya, is it hard to make a biopic in these times? It feels like a biopic is going to offend someone or the other. It feels like some sentiments are inevitably going to be hurt when one calls it a true story.
Definitely, we wanted a balance. Not only being informative, but we also wanted to be dramatic since it's coming as a movie, and that movie watching experience also should be respected, also should be balanced. It can be a documentary, it can be in an OTT platform with so many things coming up, it can be just an information, but all of us being a part of it, we also wanted the drama. And definitely we have, it's a 670 page book, simplifies 670 page book. And if you see, a script book is maximum 120 pages. Every page is a minute. So this goes little more than 7 hours. We won't be able to do justice to a book. So we have taken only 4 highlight points from the book, and we have totally taken the director's liberty, and we have of course not named the character Captain Gopinath. In Tamil, his name is Nedamaran Rajang Mara, and in Telugu it is Chandrasekhar Mahesh. So all the characters' names, everything is very, very different, and this backdrop is very, very different. So we definitely respected a lot of things what Captain Gopinath sir has done. He's definitely changed the face of India. Last 20 decades, Narayana Murthy sir, Captain Gopinath sir, so many important individuals have changed the face of India. The low-cost airline has definitely changed the economy, the air travel. He has made a common man fly from a small town. Why not a farmer fly? Why not a cobbler fly? Why not an electrician fly? I think this film is based between 86 to 2003. That's when the low cost airline, no, the first low cost airline idea had started. When a travel from Bangalore to Delhi, for example, was 26,000 rupees business class, and the economy was still 12,000 rupees, Captain Gopinath sir was able to think of 4,000 rupees. The economy class can still be 4,000 rupees, but eventually he made almost 30 lakh people fly for 1 rupee. During that period, 30 lakh Indians were able to fly for a 1 rupee ticket, which is less than a tea now nowadays.
Right.
So that
Yeah.
was a huge thing. Just a teacher's son, a government school teacher's son becoming an airline owner. That line sold everything for me. How was one person able to fight, be it Jet Airways, Kingfisher, Air India? How can one common man have a big dream and he can prove it to the world that no dream is too big? So that was which made us do this film, and this had to be told, is what we all felt. You know, all the bureaucracies, all the government norms, policies. In spite of all that, in spite of giants in the competition, he still had a new idea. and he made that idea possible, and he changed face of India.
Surya, your director, Sudha, she says that to get into the head of the protagonist, Mara, she asked you to recall the early days of your struggle. The years actually before you became an actor. I think this is when you were working at a garments export factory and the other jobs that you did before you became an actor, when you would travel 65 kilometers to work every day. She says that in
85.
recalling, sorry, 85.
85. Yeah.
85 kilometers to work every day. Wow. In recalling those challenges and those challenging times, she wanted you to be able to relate to this character's early years of struggle. How did you use that as fuel for this character, Surya?
I think a lot, gets into my mind as you're asking this question.
Mm.
Eldest son in the family, dad, in spite of being an actor, we all have, the success curve, in the industry.
Yeah.
So I always thought I can never be an actor. For some reason, for a lot of reasons, I thought that is not me, and I can't stand in front of camera. So I started, why an engineer's son should be an engineer, doctor's son should be a doctor, actor's son again an actor. It's boring, and I'm not that. I tried to have dreams, but none of the dreams even completed. So I went ahead and I was part of this garment industry, which I thought that's me from my 10th standard. So 736 rupees or something was my first month salary, traveling this and working 18 plus hours in a day. So Sudha and me, we both know each other from Yuva days. She was with Maniratnam sir, and she knew me completely, and my Raki sister too. So that way, I had a lot of respect for Sudha's decisions as an AD also. She was almost like a first AD to Mani sir.
Mm.
Sometimes it was easier to convince Mani sir and not Sudha. Sometimes Sudha had a different opinion and we keep fighting. Oh, Mani sir approved it. No, but this also, just think about this, how it would have been if you had got into this emotion and this expression. Yeah. So every time that was on conflict and one fight which kept happening in those Yuva days when I played Ajay Devgan sir's character in
Right.
Tamil.
In either, yeah.
So yeah, in either. So this kind of helped me because in this I asked my wife for money.
Mm.
I asked her, no, can you borrow this 12,000 rupees? And also I say like, why should a husband earn for the family? Why can't the wife run the family? You already have a bakery. You are already started off in life. I'm still searching. I'm still going towards my dream. So a lot of things which I believe in and she believes in, and to act under Sudha as a director was a delight. After a long time, I really enjoyed being an actor under her. It is so important to not just be a hero, which is we usually write and celebrate and create an imaginary character. But Captain Gopinath sir is a real hero in front of us. To be him, to go through all the adversities in his life, and it's a human triumph. So to go through that, you have to go to zero level. So those days, I draw my emotions from my personal life
Mm.
more than the character, what briefs I get from the director, to make it genuine, to make it believable. I depend on my personal experience, be it a happy scene or an emotional scene, or be it with friends or whatever. I recollect my real lifetime memories. Sometimes if I don't have that, I'm a little lost. I am a little lost. I'm not 100% confident. But I keep this 50-50, the character which is written for the film, the character which I'm playing as, and also I bring in a little more than half of the emotion from my real life experience. So that 2.5, 3 years of experience kind of definitely helped me
And
to be
how
the
do you
character.
remember those years, Surya? How do you remember those years?
um, First time when you're pushed out to earn the first 100 rupees were a shock in your life. You always think you're an actor son and your dad has a big, huge bank balance. Then you realize the bank balance has never crossed more than 2.5 lakhs.
Right.
That was the truth. Well, I don't know how many will believe that, but that was a reality. We also did have a time where my mom separately, when I was having breakfast, said it's been 6 months and we have a situation. We have borrowed 25,000 rupees, but we're not able to pay back the 25,000 rupees. So that's when it hit me that I can't be doing what I'm doing, earning this. Of course, I earned from 700 to 8,000 rupees was my highest when I earned in the industry when I was training, trying to get some experience and start my own unit. when this was the situation at home, how will I ask for a capital invest from my dad, and how will when will I break even? Then I'll have the running capital. So all these questions popped up, and that's when I started accepting offers. Mani Ratnam sir offered me my first film, and my first film salary was 50,000 rupees. So I immediately jumped and I said yes, and I was able to, as a eldest son, I was able to support the family at that situation. Of course, I can't do what my dad is doing. He's done a lot of, he's accomplished a lot in a lot of different fields. But as an eldest son, those moments, those memories never go away. Decision making, right? What you want to do, and suddenly chasing another new dream. Suddenly you're thrown in front of camera suddenly, and you're asked to act. You can't say like a fish can swim. Those things are not actually true. I've broken my elbow and knee to crawl and stand up as an actor. It took me almost 8+ films in 5 years to understand this industry.
You said that there were times when your father didn't have more than 2.5 lakh rupees in the bank, and I read that a big part of that was because he was a very empathetic actor to his producers. He was someone who wanted to make sure that his producers
You've
didn't
done a lot of
suffer.
research.
Yeah,
How
I
sweet.
want to I want to ask you, Surya, is that something you've picked up from him? Is that something that you learned from? Because I read an interview of Sudha again, who said that when you agreed to act in this film, you also came on board as a producer, and the reason you came on board as a producer was because you didn't want her to hear from another producer, oh, you're spending too much, oh, this is taking too long. You didn't want her to be under that kind of pressure, so you wanted to make that easy for her, and you came on board as a producer. She said that the one day, the per day rent for a flight, for a plane, is 47 lakh rupees, and never once, as with you as a producer, never once was she asked, how many days do you need to use the plane? It's adding to the budget. So what I want to ask is watching what your father did, being that empathetic actor, is that what may have shaped you as the producer? Is that where it comes from, this need to be an enabler and someone who empowers their director?
Of course, thanks to that, he's not taught us, but he's lived a life like that. You can't teach your sons, with words, be like this, be like that. But we always learn from how they behave, how they
Right.
live life. That's how you learn things. You cannot make your son or daughter, learn by teaching them or telling them in words. Uh, Definitely, Sudha's was more because of the sincerity and the enthusiasm she had. Sincerity in everything, and the enthusiasm and passion to make this film. At this point of situation, I'm able to kind of support her, and I thought, why not? If not this film, then which film? If not this writer, if not this story, then which story? Sometimes after all these films, you wait for something to excite you. You want to dive into it. You can't say like, okay, let's try, maybe let's, yeah, maybe this film next. No, this is like something which makes you dive into it. We have not seen this writing, we have not seen somebody speaking these words, we have not seen somebody with these dreams, something which is unfolding in front of you, completely excites you again, surprises you. In spite of working with so many directors, again, when somebody is able to speak a new language, when somebody is able to tell a new story, and which is also important. Some films, like, I'm not drawing comparisons or no parallel to any film. I have a lot of respect for all the films, but this is the same feeling I have if you watch Lagan, or if you watch Padman, if you watch so many other films, Little Superstar. Yeah, you can just keep naming. These films definitely do something to you. It is just not entertainment, but they
Right.
take you to another high, another level. I still remember coming back from Raigarh, Chhattisgarh, Raigarh airport. I met some 15, 16 IPS officers. They all said, kind of, we are part of this career, this profession, this, we made this our life because of watching two films
Kaka
of
Kaka.
yours.
Right.
Yeah, so it gave me goosebumps. They came with their wives, kids, and they all said, "We are a big fan of Kaka Kaka, and we are seeing these films, seeing them, and we chose this profession, and we were, we kind of from college, days. After we saw this, we became this."
Right.
So these are all like kind of a blessing. I don't know what to say. when you're able to be an actor and also you're able to make a change in a society, you're able to make some beliefs, help certain people make the right decisions, then why not? So this film is that kind of a film. We are the youngest nation. Sometimes we don't dare to dream big. So here's Captain Gopinath saying, "Dream big, and no dream is too big." Wherever your situation is, to whomever you're born to, whatever your economic status is, you still can make it happen if you have a strong will and that being persistent in what you want to do. The gods will come and combat and make this universe work for you. That's what he says.
Right. When that is the level of investment you make in a film, and I don't mean investment by monetary, I mean when that's what you're putting into a film, Surya, how are you able to distance yourself from the fate of the film? Are you able to detach yourself from how that film performs, or do you take failure to heart?
I think we put our best. I think all these years has kind of taught me that you have to feel guilty if you're not giving your 100%.
Mm.
If you have given your 100%, I've seen my team working like anything in this pandemic time. Suddenly, the CG work was not completed. Everybody was scattered. The offices were closed. One person was in Allahabad, one person was in Gujarat, one person was in Kanyakumari, one person was somewhere else. So most of them didn't even have video conferencing to put the CG work together. Deepak Pudhraj and the entire team, I can't name so many people, but
Mm.
thanks to them, in spite of all this thing, they all have put in their best.
Right.
Even after, I should not be saying this, even after delivering to Amazon the whole movie, they were requesting, can we work on 4 shots of the CG? Can we make it a little better? Can we please request Amazon to take back those 4 frames and add it to the film? So that's the kind of passion. You be music director GV Prakash, from the assistant directors, we have seen them working for 48 hours without sleep. So I think the entire team has been pushed to give their best because the love for what is written, for the love
Mm.
of what Sudha was able to put together, for the respect we have for Captain Gopinath sir. So after our ability, completely, getting all our best, on board and getting it for the film and making it happen in this time, whatever was available. I don't think we can again sit back and say like this didn't work or that didn't work. We always will cherish this moment and this, I think, product we are proud of. Definitely, the audience are the best judge, but we really love what we have done.
Sudha says when she told you that she wants you to play the 19-year-old version of the character as well, you
To the
thought she was
last minute, I
crazy.
was running away. I was running away. How can you? I have 2 kids. I'm 45, so that I've forgotten something.
But Surya, it's an
So
amazing transformation. I mean, I've seen those
I,
portions in the behind the scenes shots. I mean, it's an amazing transformation. And she says, she was, you kind of rose up to the challenge when you realized that she was not going to cast another actor to play the younger version. When you realized that she wants you to do it, you finally rose to the challenge. She wanted you, of course, to lose the muscles, to lose the bulk. And she says you started training, and she says she kept telling you need to get lean, you need to get lean, get leaner, get leaner.
uh,
At one point you told her, what, do you want me to just die?
I was waiting to see a younger version of me on the set. I thought another actor will be coming in. They will be introducing me to that actor somewhere. I will be seeing them. No, I was hoping Sudha will take that call, that decision, but she never did. She was expecting me to do some magic and come on the shooting spot. We in fact waited and we thought we'll have some help of the Gemini man. I was showing her video clippings of Will Smith. He's done
Will
this,
Smith,
done
right?
that, and he had those dots on his face. We'll do something so that I don't think this is possible and all that. But no, we have a lot of respect for all the actors who have been doing. Every time somebody's pushed, they definitely do it. I can see all respects to Amir Khan sir. He's been doing a big transformation. So a lot of actors in all languages, they are doing this. I had only less than 30 days because I was also shooting for the other part of the film, and
Correct.
this was the next day of shoot also. So I was trying to have this beard and short hair and do all that. And also, thanks to Nirmal, my trainer, and he took care of my diet. Nirmal is from Bombay, Nirmal Nair. He made me, I don't know if I can say this, it's not advisable at all. Did a lot of cardio. It was actually cucumber, egg white, and black coffee.
Wow.
So no fat burners, no nothing, no extra.
Okay.
But I had to do cardio twice, morning and evening. But the whole day for 30 days, I had only this diet. This is not advisable at all. Please don't do this. This was for my profession, for what a need of the hour. I had to shift to this diet. I can't be doing this at all, and it's not at all healthy. Anybody wants to go on a crash diet, don't do this. I'm just saying what I suddenly did and what not to do also.
What was it like for your wife and your children to see this 19-year-old? I mean, to see this much younger father walk, and husband sort of walk home, or really to see you transforming in that way?
I liked it. My son wanted to lift my t-shirt and see, Appa, you got your six pack again. I want to see a six pack again. They were all superhero fans, so they wanted to see the muscle and the six pack. Of course, Joe was away shooting for another film, and I saw her after the 30 days, and it was also her wedding. Our wedding anniversary. So we met in Ooty, and she was kind of a little surprised. How was this possible? Types. Of course, they don't see me eating only this when they all have the regular food at home, and I'm having only cucumber and only boiled egg whites. They don't want to see that. They don't encourage that, but that transformation they like. The army cut and all that was exciting for my kids.
It actually looks lovely. It really looks like it looks like a much younger version of
Thanks
yourself.
to Sudha, pushed me. She didn't give me an option.
Is it also true that she made a list of all your acting tics, all the expressions that she feels you use repeatedly, and she gave you that list and said you can't do any of this in this film?
True. She's seen all my 30 plus films, and she said like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can do this also, you can no, not that. So she, I think they're always multitasking. So apart from doing a lot of other actors, a lot of important actors are there with us, from Urvashi ma'am to Mohan Babu sir to Paresh Rawal sir. She had a lot of work to do. The man hours of work she's put into this is huge, humongous.
But what
I
were
am
some
supposed to
of
do
the
all that.
tics? What were some of the things that she was telling you can't use? What are some of the expressions?
Well, I think I take a lot of pauses. Even now, when I talk, after two, three words, I take a pause, and talk. She wanted to cut that. She
Okay.
didn't want me to look somewhere else and talk. She wanted me to talk to the person into the eye. And my smile she wanted to cut. I always have a habit to have, like you, I also smile.
Okay.
So she, no, she definitely didn't want me to smile at all. And generally the walking style, I always, because of workout or something, I always do this. She wanted me to have a hunch, but I always say like, he's an army man, he should stand straight. No, I want this. No, he's been running around for the last 8 to 12 years. No, he's totally worn out. I wanted this look. So small things like that. Of course, the whole look of it. Sometimes you want iconic, imagery for the film. Some
Yeah.
films, when you see just with one photo, one visual, you don't need to read the title. You see that, and you know what
You
film
know
it
which
is.
film it is,
So
right?
she was pushing for that. We had some four screen tests to. Mara's a wonderful character, so she wanted to have a wonderful imagery for Mara. Not want me to be Surya, but wanted to be Mara. So a lot of inputs from Sudha, Preeti, and Purnima.
Did you learn more about yourself through this process, Surya? I mean, as an actor, were you even aware? I mean, if she says that these are tics that you overuse, these are expressions that you overuse. I mean, was this a process of self-discovery also?
Definitely, it was. I felt. I don't know. It was a high for me to learn something new. I keep saying this in my career. If I had a shift, a change, it was because of director Bala sir.
Yeah.
We did Nanda and Pitaman together, who did, of course, Tamil Setu also.
Yeah.
Tere Naam, the Tamil version of
Yeah.
Tere Naam. So I had a lot of learning, I would say. If I had done Kaka Kaka or Gajini, all those learnings were from Bala sir. So this was again kind of a little learning for me. Sometimes she used to catch me. She'll okay a shot, but she will not be very happy. No, you came out of your emotion. You came off your mood from you said your line. Then I saw you for 2 3 seconds not being in that mood. What are you saying? So that definitely not that. But she will show me some monitor, some footage, and say like, I like this intensity. I can see that intensity drop in your eyes. I didn't want that, but it's okay. Okay, no, we'll go on more. No, we go back and do that. So that's how it was. It was also a
You
director.
found
It
a
was
fellow
also
perfectionist.
yeah, also a friend, also somebody who would want me to give the best. She was pushing me to do that. So it was a wonderful this journey for me.
The music of Surarai Potru, which is composed by the fantastic G.V. Prakash, it's so addictive and modern and fun. I mean, it's the kind of soundtrack that one can listen to on a loop. They even roped you in to sing that, I mean, or at least to rap that song, didn't they? How did
Yeah.
they convince you to do that? And Surya, you know the fans are going to want to hear you at least give us a line of that rap.
I really don't know if I'll be able to do that. He said it was not a song, you're not going to sing, but you're going to say some lines.
Right.
That's how
That's how they
it,
convinced
it
you.
it
Correct.
suddenly happened. And I was surprised it finished less than 7 minutes, 8 minutes. He said he took three versions, one low, one very, very husky thing, one high pitch. And of course, with a lot of support with the software and auto-tune or whatever he's been using, he
Right.
completely created magic. A lot of respect to all the singers there. I cannot be a singer by
But which
profession at all.
version are you going to give
But
us? The low, the high
come
pitched?
on.
Oh, come on, one line. The fans for the
I
fans. One line. It's no one expects you to
I don't
sing
know.
like SP sir. No one expects you to sing like a legend. It's just Surya.
கிட்ட வந்து பாருடா. Uh, I
Come on.
don't
It
know
was
if I'll
lovely.
do
It
it.
was lovely. You're great. Come on. One line.
கட்டருந்த கால நெஞ்சு மேல ஏற போதுடா. It is all those things. A lot of variations are there, but
Right.
I'm a very shy singer, I would say.
But it's lovely.
Yeah.
Surya, what is next after Surarai Potru? Are you committed to doing a film with Anjali Menon? I read somewhere that might be a project that you
We've
might
been
be
looking forward to. We don't want to miss it. No
Yeah.
opportunity from getting delayed. I'm really waiting. Lot of respect for Anjali. Hoping something will happen in the near future. Um, of course, doing a small uh, Netflix anthology for
Yeah.
with Maniratnam sir and Jayendra, a lot of
Mm.
directors and actors. We all have come together and we are doing one thing. That'll be the next shoot. After that, we have three lineups. Of course, Pandirajan sir's film is there with Sun Pictures, and we also have Vetrimaran sir's film, which is in the pipeline. So everything depends on how quickly we can go on the floor.
Correct. Surya, are you convincing Jyotika to sign another film and to, after Ponmangal? Also, when can we see the two of you do a film together again?
At least I can see Halita, Anjali Menon, somewhere having that intentions,
Right.
kind of to write and put things together, and hoping this combination will happen. We definitely can't push. We can't. I hate to say like have something for me, right? Keep me in mind and write something for me. I don't want that process happening. It should be the story first. It should be the characters first, and then hopefully, luckily, if we set and we are both good together, then it should be that way around, and not from the actor's point of view and the producer's point of view to do something like that. So I hope something organically happens.
I watched an interview of Jyotika in which she was speaking about how you do your own stunts. She was talking about this time that you all were at a wedding in Calcutta, I think last year, and you just casually came and told her, I jumped off this bridge. Now, Surya, now that now that you have,
Bridge, I think.
I mean, like a bit crazy, some people would say, but do you now make these decisions more carefully? I mean, do you make are these more considered decisions since you're a family man, since you've got kids? I mean, is this daredevilry a little bit less or no?
Not really. If it all depends on the team, of course, with the stunt director, with his assistants, not only the stunt director, but also his assistants know how experienced they are, and out of what situation we are doing. We are not doing in a hurry. We have, I think 99% we are foolproof. We have done everything, and maybe that scene requires and that makes an impact. And then, of course, I don't want to shy away. Kaka Kaka was another example when I saw this person jumping off the, the roof, and he has to fall into the water. Of course, the skin color was very different. His body language was very different, and that was a iconic shot. When I really picturized when that was the first script book which came to me in my career. Gautam had timed each and every page. It was in 2000, where nobody had script books and timed each and every frame. This was the opening shot of the film, and I was coming at 4 o'clock through the waters, and I saw this shot already being rolled, taken, and I was supposed to do, and no, he's doing, no, this is not an easy shot, and the stunt master also said this. And with Jyotika, at that time, we
Yeah.
both were, kind of, a lot of fireworks were happening.
Right.
That time she pulled me out and said, like, you are not doing this shot. And but still, I kind of convinced her, half convinced her, and went ahead and I did that shot. I couldn't have let it, go like that. My movies are very, very personal for me, very close to me, and something which I can do, I can't let it go. I still remember, I think in Greece, you know, he didn't want to leave a shot where only the shoes show.
Yeah.
Uh, I think, even that shot, the director said, no, it's okay, but he insisted his black shoes show in the
Sure.
frame. So yeah.
So yeah, in the Tamil film industry, there's a long tradition of actors and writers entering politics, right? From MGR and Karunanidhi and Jayalalitha to more recently, of course, Kamal sir and Rajni sir and Vijay Kant sir. I mean, you spent years nurturing a social organization, Agaram, I think, for the education of children. Is a life in public service, a life in public office, in politics, the natural step?
I really don't know. I definitely, I nothing in my mind as such, and definitely I will not take this route right now. If you ask me,
Hmm.
that is what I will say, and I would never, get into that. It's not like shying away from it, but I don't know if, I am that, and I would want to do that. But to my capacity, whatever I can do is what right now I'm, kind of involved in, and I'm doing. Not necessarily. I don't want that to be looked up or looked down. Also, actors entering politics. I
Hmm.
have a lot of respect for what Kamal sir is doing, or all the other actors. If they are doing, they have earned enough. They have everything in life. If there's a call which they have taken to do this, it's also a larger, a lot of other aspects which come with it, I would say. Um, for me, it is like, I always think this way, Rajiv. I'm not this great actor at all. This was not my destiny. This suddenly happened, and with a lot of love, with a lot of people's unconditional love, I am what I am today. I am able to support my family. I'm able to do what I want. I'm able to produce a huge film. I'm able to, do anything for my kids. I'm able to travel. So when I'm doing all this, why not I be responsible for the people who have made this happen for me? Every day I'm able to keep my parents happy. I'm able to build a house for them. I'm able to give, whatever they want, for education abroad, anything. I'm able to, I'm not playing God here, but I never thought I'll be in this situation, I'll be in this status to take care of the rest of the family, or my friend circle. I wanted to be responsible for uh, this love what I've got. So I think dad has always been doing this. As I said, it's all learning from my dad. He supports education from the, time I know, from my, it's been like 30, 40 plus years. So when I was, I think, 5 years old or 6 years old, he started this foundation. We are able to, happily take it forward. We concentrate on first generation students. Still, 60% of the students come from government schools. We all know government definitely does a lot, but we still know what more, should be done. What a lot more should be done for government schools. We in Agram Foundation, we take care of first generation students, and right now we were able to support 3,500 plus students, not only finish the degree but also get employed. So that's what we've been doing. So it's kind of a responsibility to get that inequality, the vulnerable, that they do the best for them. We have seen the transformation. Well, if you educate one student, one girl, the way she's transformed the whole family, the five of them, it's huge. All these 10, 12 years, we have witnessed so many wonderful things happen. So why not do this? Why not go ahead and do this? Definitely not into politics, definitely not into that. If there is something which we believe in, and that's why we voice out for certain things, certain changes, but definitely not to make a mark, or not to make people feel the attention, or whatever. I don't want to discuss all that, but the larger interest, the larger the reason why I'm doing this, because I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all the people around me, people have made me and be this.
How wonderful. I have to ask you before we go, Surya. Gajni completed 15 years in
Oh
September.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
one of your most popular films. It's one of those wonderful performances.
yeah.
Of course, it was also remade in Hindi to great success. When you look back, Surya, what are the memories from making that film? Was it sort of transforming into that body? The tattoos, the action scenes. I mean, what stays with you when you remember the experience of making Gajni?
To be honest, I felt like I should run away. I won't be able to do this. I won't be able to. 15 minutes memory loss, no, to make people believe in 15 minutes memory loss, what I should be doing. And there is also this love story, this is action. Will I be able to convince people that, no, he is actually forgetting things? He should remember and also forget. Will this be possible? And what imagery, what look, or which side is the memory, cell in the brain? A lot of research went in. I had doctors in Apollo Hospital. I used to sit there in the emergency ward and try to get those library files of which usually they don't share at all. But
Right.
something for their learning, for their medical students, they would have some footages of how a person will behave after a brain surgery, how he sits on a wheelchair, how he walks, how the stitches look after the brain surgery. So all those imageries I still remember going and collecting and talking to the doctors. And of course, with Murugadoss sir is also a fantastic actor. So to put together all this, finally release time also we had a lot of pressures, how to release here, there, and it was not a very smooth release also. But we never expected definitely this kind of a love, a national reach for a film. We were definitely excited that we are doing something which scared you, which nobody
Mm,
has done before.
mm,
We have something wonderful coming, something which is not seen or heard before. Only that we knew. And we want to give all our best, which we have never done motion capture, double action, those fight sequences. We were exploring, we were discovering, we were not doing something which we have already done before. So that was the only high which made us go forward. Let's explore. We don't know, but we will learn. We don't know, but we will learn and do it. Nobody knew everything before putting those scenes together, but the end outcome was huge,
yeah.
huge. Yeah.
Such a wonderful thing. Finally, Surya, you've been in the industry for over 2 decades as an actor, as a producer. I know that this is a profession which is so uncertain, and we learn, and it's not now, what the pandemic has taught us. It's not just some professions. The whole world can change without us expecting, knowing anything.
Very
I
true.
mean, and despite that, Surya, do you have any goals that you've set for yourself, personal goals, professional goals? Do you know 5 years later what you'd like to be doing, what you'd like to have achieved? I mean, in an actor's life, is one able to make plans for the future?
Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know if I can now say this. I don't want to say something which is not very positive. Just half an hour back, I lost my friend before this interview. Uh, I, I don't know if I should be saying this. I'm just taking it as like life can throw you any surprise. A very very close friend of ours.
I'm so sorry to
He
hear that.
doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do anything else. He only plays badminton. A very very close friend of mine who I have lot of respect for his fitness, his ethics, his everything. His life ideologies. Suddenly this happened. So I don't know if I should be planning for next 5 years,
Yeah.
10 years. It's always nice to be positive, nice to think ahead and plan certain things, but also kind of understand. And life definitely throws you out of syllabus question. Sometimes you
Correct.
definitely cannot be prepared. You cannot know all the syllabus and say like this is what's going to happen. Definitely want to be in the present, do whatever is right and whatever to my capacity I can be doing, and be thankful to everything happening around me, and being also responsible, not only me growing alone, but also 10 people around me should be growing. And that's the best any one of us can be doing. I really don't know about another 5 years, 10 years from now, but I want to enjoy this process. I want to get better each day. Every day should be a better day for me.
Those are lovely words to live by. Actually, that's really the the mantra to live by. Thank you, Surya. Thank you so much. I think what's defined your career has been the integrity. I mean, great performances. Of course, you're a very fine actor, but it comes from a place of great integrity, and I think that that's why you are as loved as you are. And I think that that's why that's why people flock to your films and sort of look up to you as someone who really is a role model. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing Surya Rai Potru on the 12th of November when it drops on Amazon Prime Video. The trailer is very, very inspiring. It feels like the right kind of film for these times. I can't wait to watch it and perhaps chat with you after that. Thank you so much, Surya. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thanks to you. I think you also made me speak a lot, which I think I've not spoken before. So thanks to you. I think I really opened up a little bit and spoke about my dad, about my friend, and so many things which maybe I wouldn't have shared on a platform. But something about you, I felt close, and I had to share a lot of things.
Thank you.
Thanks to
Thank you so
Amazon
much.
also for we completely know the viewership with Amazon. What Surya Rai Potru will be getting. I think Surya Potru deserves this viewership and this love. So loved it. Loved this time
Looking forward.
spent.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Surya. Thank you.